Hello everyone, welcome back to Eleanor, and in this video we are going to explain the new Korean BL series fanservice, Episode 1. The story begins with a sweet man who suddenly asks to break up with his beautiful girlfriend. His girlfriend is shocked and asks whether she did something wrong. The sweet man answers no. It's just that his feelings toward her are no longer the same. His beautiful girlfriend asks if the reason is because there is another woman. The sweet man says the reason is not because of a woman, but because there is another man. His handsome lover arrives and calls him darling. The female lover says that she is pregnant with his child, and that she will not allow her boyfriend to leave her just like that. The handsome lover immediately accuses the ex of his boyfriend of being a liar. The sweet man, who is now her ex, says that it is impossible because he cannot have children. His ex is shocked to hear this, but it turns out that the next scene is actually part of a movie. The director calls cut, signaling a stop. And the sweet man turns out to be a popular actor named Gian Wa. The director and his manager approach Gian Wa. They begin praising him, saying that he is truly talented. The director even says that he has seen Gian Wa's talent since he was young. The director adds that Gian Wa is the #1 actor whom everyone wants to hug. The director shows Gian Wa the fans downstairs. He even says that the film's ratings have risen dramatically. He praises Gian Wa again, saying that he is a stroke of luck. The other actors and actresses who took part in the film begin gossiping about Gian Wa, saying that he is very arrogant. However, they understand that thanks to Gian Wa, a show that was almost dead suddenly saw its ratings jump by 10%. Still, one actress says that even so, is it acceptable to be arrogant and conceited? Gian Wa steals the spotlight from the main cast. But there is nothing that can be done, because in reality, the life of a nameless actor is always like that. Gian Wa, who is indeed cold, asks the director to prepare the next shooting scene. On the other side, Jaein lacks confidence about interviewing a famous actor. Taewon, his friend, explains that Jaein can just push through and go straight in. Jaein gets annoyed and asks if he is a bull. To Taewon, Jaein being aggressive explains why he said that earlier. Taewon then points at a photo of Gian Wa. What if Jaein interviews Gian Wa? Jaein says that even if he sold everything he owns, he would not be able to get even 1 second of Gian Wa's time. Taewon asks whether Jaein needs help, and whether he should use his connections. Jaein tells Taewon to be quiet, because he is extremely stressed right now. Taewon thinks that he should have become a celebrity, so he could see Jaein begging for his help. Jaein only says that if this life has failed, hopefully the next life will be better. Taewon smiles and says that it is not that easy. Gian Wa waits for the car with his manager. Suddenly, the manager receives news that the car has been towed. He feels very sorry about the situation, but they have to take a taxi. Hearing that, Gian Wa reminds his manager that he knows Gian Wa cannot ride in a car with strangers. Since he knows that his dorm is not very far, Gian Wa chooses to walk. He stands and waits for the manager's car to arrive, not knowing until when. Gian Wa then tells the manager to take off the jacket he is wearing. Seeing the manager shocked and misunderstanding, he helps him instead. Jaein, feeling tired, looks at a photo of Taewoo and thinks that Taewoo has not changed since they were young. Taewoo feels the same way. Even Jaein's height has stayed the same. In another photo, Jaein sees Taewoo with a young boy. Taewoo says that the boy is his sibling. Jaein says that he has never seen Taewoo's sibling before. Taewoo explains that his sibling has always been busy since childhood. Even Taewoo himself has barely seen him. Jaein asks whether there is any awkwardness between the two of them. Taewoo says not really. It's just that he doesn't like him very much. Maybe he is just jealous. Growing up, Taewoo never once received a birthday greeting from them. Everyone only cared about his sibling. Taewoo was always invisible. On the first day he met Jaein. Jaein saved him when he was being mocked for his shabby clothes. Back then, Jaein shone like a hero. He truly shone. Jaein asks, then how about now? Taewoo says that now Jaein looks even crazier. Hearing that, Jaein unintentionally hugs Taewoo. The two of them look at each other. But Jaein knocks their heads together. Then Jaein leaves. Gian Wa, who is walking, feels like he is being followed. Suspicious of Jaein, he immediately pulls him. Gian Wa asks what Jaein is doing. Flashback to a scene when Gian Wa is being interviewed. A reporter asks about an incident from Gian Wa's childhood. When he was kidnapped. Gian Wa must have been very frightened at the time. For Gian Wa, it is not a pleasant memory. Because his expression is flat, the manager instructs Gian Wa to smile a little. Gian Wa then tells the story of when he was 8 years old. He was playing the younger version of Kangho. There was a scene where he was in a car with a secretary. The route was supposed to be just a circular drive around the residential area. However, the driver was actually not an actor. Instead, he drove the car onto the main road and kidnapped him. The incident happened very quickly. But Gian Wa did not even realize that he was being kidnapped. Gian Wa tried to ask the driver where they were going. But the driver did not answer. If that person had used violence, it could have caused permanent trauma. The reporter says that he is grateful Gian Wa was rescued quickly. Gian Wa adds that the car was immediately surrounded. And the man pretending to be the driver released Gian Wa without resistance. The reporter knows that since that incident, Gian Wa has made public service advertisements about crimes involving children. And that the proceeds were donated to children's hospitals. Gian Wa has done many good deeds. Is the trauma still there? Gian Wa only says that he cannot ride in a car driven by a stranger. The interview ends. Gian Wa asks his manager who arranged such a low-level interview. The manager answers that it was a relative of the CEO who inherited the station. Hearing that, Gian Wa says that he is very greedy for money. No wonder he ended up bald. The manager reminds Gian Wa to be careful with his words. That's all for this part. See you in the next episode too. Thank you for watching and then have a nice day.